All right, all right. We're live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an STS Pod Club production. That's right, it's episode 770 and episode 141 of Rollin Into Mempho. I want you to go to stspod.club. I want you to go to the Patreon site, subscribe for only $5. We also have t-shirts. Join one of the social media sites like the X, like the Talk, like the Facebook. Join one of them and PM me. And that's right, we have t-shirts, including this one. Yay! Yes, Lane Dynasty. You'll see it on today's show. That's right, he was wearing it on today's show. Lane Dynasty t-shirts, Rolling Into Mempho t-shirts. Email me directly. DM me directly, and you will get the shirts directly from me. And I promise you, I'll throw something else in there. You see those mugs, something like that. This past Monday, we had a brand new episode of Rocktober. It was the last episode of Rocktober, and it was a top 10 albums. My favorite top 10 albums. Lance Levine's favorite top 10 albums. Go out of your way. Cool Kids Countdown, The Record Store, our top 10 all-time albums. All right, guys, every week we do hits, misses, MVP, question of the week, what's happening, and must see. Now, let's give you the upcoming events and then on with the show.
Memphis Wrestling is on fire. Join us live. Saturday, November 18th is our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's. Watch AEW Full Gear with us. It's free to watch at Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Sunday, November 19th, former Impact Wrestling World Champions Josh Alexander and Eric Young are coming to Memphis Wrestling. Sunday, December 10th is our annual Grind City Rumble featuring Warhorse. Reserve your seat today. All tickets are on sale now. Get yours right now at memphiswrestling.tv.
Hits. Nice little segment there. We opened it up with a review, a recap of the Bosby-Austin Lane feud. T-Bone's back. That's right. T-Bone's back. Did I tell y'all last week that Terrence was on Rolling Into Mempho? Subscribe to Patreon for the full episode. Or you can go to at Memphis Wrestling on YouTube and watch it right now. T-Bone, I'm trying to get that plug in there. Robert's Family Legacy They come out, walk out, talking about the Trios tournament. Those three guys, they got to win the tournament, right? We had them destroy the Top Guns, Brandon Beretta, and our first look at Joe Veneta, and it was a really quick match. Choke slam, powerbomb combo, and Dustin says they do not have a name for it. Dustin, start calling it the BT driver. You start it. That's what it'll be called, is the BT driver. We had a clip. I love this. I say it every time. A clip from Small Business Day. Love that. We did a whole recap on Dalton being BJD being kidnapped. And we had Reverend Ash Taylor say he's at the compound and they're going to bring him out next week. Wow. That's crazy. Fun Grind City Rumble promo, getting us ready for the Grind City Rumble. Then we had Austin Lane wearing this shirt. Yeah. Wearing a shirt. Order it for me. Wearing that shirt. And he was with Nikki. They were against Bosby and MKZ. Let me say, this was real fun. The Lane Dynasty, everything going on, but it's just too short, but I enjoyed it. We had some suplexes. We had, it was all to set up the challenge. Sometimes you have matches like this to set up, or an angle to set up a match for the future, and that's what this was about. It's going to be MKZ, Bosby. On the other side, the Lane Dynasty, and MKZ challenges. Winner takes all. That's right. We have women's title on the line. We have the internet title on the line. Ever who wins brings home all the belts. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Quick recap of DDT and Nick's feud, DDT versus Nick's match. Real quick match, but solid, so solid. These two work good together. I'd like to see a longer match between them. Nick's with the win after distraction from Matthew Williams and Gaston was there. We had a next hit on All the Way Ray Collins video. They used some of the comments he made. He needs a little bit more energy, but I really like Ray Collins. We got Brighton. They're returning to Brighton for a fundraiser, and then we got some clips on them at fundraisers. Guys, it looks so much fun. You know I don't get out to see real people, but if I did, I would be going to Memphis Wrestling on those fundraisers. They have such a good time. Flex returned. That's right, Flex returned. We still didn't get a lot of information, but Flex is back. He's not hurt. We did the whole recap of what happened, and then he said Tim Grind will be there next week for the final battle. That's what Dustin called it. The final battle, Tim Grind against Simon. Real quick video of gun show clips, and then we had the main event. Our final hit of the day, Van Vicious against the gun show. Man, the gun show is so over. Crowd going crazy. Jimmy Blaylock finally getting up out of the chair, the wheelchair there, and the crowd went nuts when he got up. He tries to help Van Vicious win the match. It ends up backfiring where he has to leave the arena. He is at least have to go back to the dressing room. Then gun show with the big lariat, man, it looked like it hit him right straight on the jaw. And we had Van Vicious going down again to the gun show. God, that gun show lariat looked awesome. Hits for week 141. All right, misses for week 141. All right, Jimmy Blaylock. He got out of the chair. He hit gun show with a cane. But the miss is on you, Van Vicious. Miss for Van Vicious. You did not get the pin quick enough. And you did not get the win. You could have been the new champion. You missed out, buddy. Miss for the week. Van Vicious doesn't pin gun show quick enough to become the Heritage Champion. Misses for week 141. MVP of the week. We got to give it to the gun show. Boom. That's right. The gun show. Really awesome finish to the show. We had the whole thing with Jimmy Blaylock getting up out of the chair. Gun show with the lariat gets some MVP. How's that? The gun show is our MVP of week 141. All right, up to question of the week. You know what? We got that MVP of Bret Michaels, the gun show, and I thought we'd just rewind it a little bit to February 2023. We had the gun show on Memphis Wrestling Superstar, where we asked 5 questions, and then there's 3 questions on Patreon. Subscribe to Patreon. You'll get the full show, or go to @Memphis Wrestling. That's @Memphis Wrestling on YouTube. You can actually watch all 5 questions right there. But here's one of the questions we had for Bret Michaels. All right, here we go. We're going to do it. Gun show. Would I ever catch you at a gun show? So are you a gunman? Do you have guns or do you hunt?
Man.
What about it, Bret?
Man, I get this question asked a lot. Like, because people, like, I got a customized tag that says gun show. So
Right.
people are like at the gas station, and they're like, oh, man, are you a gun collector? Do you go to gun shows and stuff? And I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with a gun show. But anytime we do see a sign, though, on the side of the road, it says something like gun show and it has the date on it.
Right,
It's like,
right.
I so want to steal those just so I can, advertise myself somewhere, and I'm not really there. But honestly, I have never been to an actual gun show.
Not a gun guy.
This
I'm
gun
not
show.
either.
This
My
is the
dad.
only gun show that I've been to.
I've never been to a gun show. One time in Arkansas, you could just walk in and buy a gun. So I want that one. So,
back in the day, you could do that at Walmart, man.
yeah. You're right about that. I forgot about that.
Of course, that was probably 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
I was
we're
a
not
little
that
bit
old.
younger.
What are you talking about?
I meant my bad. Back in the day.
And then my dad was a hunter, but it just never did anything for me. All I could think about was the guns when I done gun shows. So remember, question of the week, right? Information right there. Email us or voicemail us. We will play it right here on the show. That was question of the week, week 141. All right, what's a happening? Tim Grind, Simon from the Posse. That's what's happening. Do we have a final battle? Do we have a final showdown? Could this really be the final match between these two? We'll see. And who did that to Flex? What's happening? For week 141? Must see for the week. Must see for week 141. Oh, Jimmy gets out of the chair. It's a must see. Jimmy gets out of the chair. It's a miracle. He's walking. That's right. He's walking. Our must see, Jimmy getting out of the chair. And hey, take a look at that gun show lariat to Van Vicious. Must see for week 141. All right, guys. You know what I'm fixing to say. Here's what I'm fixing to say. Same bad time, same bad channel on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows this, I love my mama.